corporate media is the one that's supposed to be, have the controls in place, fact checkers, editors.
Major newsrooms like CNN that have health departments and deaths and operations.
And yet it is still a fire hose of misinformation. NBC News just hired Stephen Hayes.
I was strongly in favor of the war in Iraq.
Stephen Hayes is the guy who published the seminal book amplifying the central lie that Saddam Hussein and al-Qaeda were working together.
The staff report found that there was no credible evidence that Iraq and al-Qaeda cooperated on attacks against the United States.
Where's the cancellation campaign about the people who dragged us into war and lied about it?
Corporate media was essentially rewarding some of the biggest purveyors of misinformation of all.
Misinformation.
Misinformation.
Disinformation.
For those of you spreading misinformation, shame on you. Shame on you.
Jonah Goldberg, another right-wing columnist, he was just rewarded with a slot at CNN.
Nation building in Iraq is in our national interest. This is the beginning of the rollout for a war. That's one of the reasons why we've seen these stories about Iraq providing weapons to al-Qaeda. I'm not saying propaganda. I think it's actually true facts.
If we ever opened up the possibility that they would be held accountable in the sense of you don't get a fancy CNN or NBC job, it would open up so many others to the same questions about why they have been platformed.
The American people were suckered into this war with false information and with propaganda.
Of course people don't trust corporate media. They've been lied to over and over and over again.
You're partly responsible. You could start with an apology.
I've done nothing to apologize
You wrote a book saying there was a connection between Saddam Hussein and al-Qaeda.
You know why I wrote that book? Because there was a connection between Saddam Hussein and al-Qaeda.
No, there wasn't.
Exactly.
Steve Hayes, Jonah Goldberg.
What's going on in Iraq? I mean, I do think, actually, it's important to stay there.
Iraq needed handling.
I don't know how some of you sleep at night who are doing this for a living on television.
And my point is that all of the misinformation is bad. So let's be honest about where it's coming from.
I guess if you're going to lie, go big.